Oh fuck, it's late! Please, be fast, be fast. I'm already late for the online class. Come on, please, I'm late. Come on. Oh, this could solve my problem. SSDs are actually nothing that new to the market. In fact, they've been around for over 10 years at this point. But as my personal experience goes, I haven't had a single SSD, not even a SATA one, on my build. So it's pretty huge upgrade going from something like this hard disk with a spinning drive, which is slow AF. It can break easily because of the moving parts, the disk, the plateau, and overall not great. Going from this to an M.2 NVMe SSD sent over by M.Tank, which I thank a lot. But first of all, let's actually make some measurements of how bad an hard drive is. In the intro of this video, you've seen me running to catch my online class on point, but that's not actually that far from reality, because using a mechanical hard disk in 2021, it's a pretty overall bad experience. As you'll see in a second, this is my main disk, the C. I have another one for games, but that's not the point. It's really slow. So as you can see, the results are pretty bad, like 111 megabytes per second in read, 66.967 in write. But what does that mean in real life works? I've clicked on Photoshop, you've seen it, it's trying to open. Let's see how long will it take. I don't know how long it took, I'll see in post editing, but that's pretty tough. But this will change. Well, the thing we now need to check is how easy it actually is to install an NVMe. NVMe sent from M.Tank is a 512 one, X300, which is their faster version. There is also the X250 where you can save $1, but this is pretty cheap because for half a terabyte it only costs 70 euros. So a very affordable upgrade. Okay, I've removed the screws, I can lift the GPU. First thing you're going to check before buying an NVMe is, of course, whether you have or you don't have an NVMe slot on your motherboard, of course. This one right here, the B460 from ASRock, has 2 of them, and you can check the full review of this mobile right here or here. I can't remember the side. You just need to pull this little plastic sheet from the dissipation for this motherboard, and then we're ready to install this NVMe. But first I need to make some shots of it, so let's get it. So I've made some shots, you're probably seen a couple of them here on YouTube on this video, but if you want to see more of them, check them out on my Instagram account, of course, galaxy.setup, and then we're ready to install the NVMe. Don't remove this little sticker because it actually helps for dissipation purpose. So we need to replace little shield and screw it down. The installation is done. That's all it took. You don't even need to remove the GPU. I did it only because otherwise you would have seen nothing whatsoever. I was this lazy that I tried to install Windows on the NVMe while both of my hard disks were installed, and in fact I had to troubleshoot it. When you're installing Windows, just use the essential hardware. Everything that's not essential, unplug it for the installation. Now a thing I need to do is actually reinstall my old hard disks and install all the programs on the NVMe. For you, it will be a milliseconds. For me, it is gonna take some hours. If you see my monitor with Premiere opened up, you can pretty much understand that I forgot to record the final part of this video, the conclusions. As always, f*** me. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on the conclusions because, like, you probably already know how good an NVMe SSD is, switching especially from an hard disk. I spend 10 seconds booting up the PC, 15 seconds for Premiere. I used to spend like 10 minutes booting up and then logging into Premiere or Photoshop or some heavy program. So that's insane. Right now I'm showing you also the benchmarks from Crystal Disk Mark, but this is just unfair compared to an hard disk. As I said during the installation of the NVMe, this 512 gigs version, the X300 from M.2, which I thank once again for have sent over this awesome NVMe, is around 70 euros, which is a great price because it's perfectly in the range of every other NVMe, and the performances are insane, especially for me as a new to SSD life. If you want to buy it, you'll find a link in the description. There you're also going to find my Instagram, galaxy.setup. That's it for today, guys. See ya!